Okay, the officials pulling the crews now. Moments away here. And they're off here. All crews with clean starts. And a lot of power coming out of the blocks here from these ladies in the first Varsity 8. Clemson coming off nicely, has a bow ball advantage over Duke. And Clemson at a nice 43 out of the blocks. Duke also at a 43, and Clemson has a few feet advantage. Now the crews settling into their base rhythm after about a 20-stroke high start. And it looks to be Iowa, Clemson, and Duke through the first 250, all vying for the first spot. Duke now looks to have a little bit of an advantage over Clemson, but still very close.
Clemson now sitting bow ball up on Duke, going back and forth. Duke just taking an advantage over Clemson. Clemson now in first, followed by Duke. Iowa in third. Kansas sitting in fourth, about 2 seats up on Buffalo, followed by Purdue.
Coming through the first 500 here, Clemson unofficially in 1:37, looking very long, very composed at 36 strokes a minute, and they've got a deck advantage over Iowa and Duke. 3 crews now breaking away from the remainder of the field, and definitely some impressive rhythm out here from all 3 crews. Clemson 35 strokes a minute, now striding away here in the second 500. They've got 3 seats on Duke and 5 seats on Iowa. Clemson nicely prepared coming into the front end, and they are really starting to move well at 35 strokes a minute. 35 for Duke here on the inside lane. And 35 also for Iowa. Clemson now striding away to a 5-seat advantage on Duke. Oh yeah. Duke and Iowa battling here for second. I would say Duke has a 2-seat advantage on Iowa, and Clemson striding almost to a length advantage on Duke as we pass through the 1,000-meter mark in 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
Sitting in fourth and fifth, also a great race coming down the course. Kansas and Buffalo. Buffalo looks from our angle to be up on Kansas, but a great race coming through past the 1,000-meter mark.
Clemson showing their prowess here in the second 1,000 with a nice dynamic rhythm at 35. Nothing's changed from the second to third 500 here, and they are really moving smoothly here. Nice rhythm being set by the stroke, very horizontal, and they're striding away from the field. They've broken open water from Iowa and breaking away from Duke here.
Duke's not letting them off easy here, though. It's bow to stern. Clemson's trying to break free of Duke, but Duke's hanging tight. Bow to stern, Clemson to Duke. Duke, bow to stern to Iowa. In fourth, Buffalo has taken a lead, almost bow to stern off Kansas, sitting in fourth. Kansas sitting in fifth, and Purdue in sixth.
As we approach 500 meters to go here. Clemson has broken open water from Duke and continues to stride away. Unofficially 4:57 through the 1500. It's a nice pace. And they continue to rate around 34.5. I'd say they've got through 2 to 3 seats of open water on Duke, and Duke now bow to stern on Iowa. About 40 strokes to go here for the Tigers as they continue to stride away from the rest of the field. Clemson at 34 here has 4 seats of open water on Duke, still looking strong with less than 1 minute to go in the race. Clemson now into the red buoys, and it's time to go. Duke, 2 seats of open water on Iowa. Iowa, open water on the rest of the field. Clemson still leads. Clemson has risen the rate to 36 strokes a minute and continues to stride away. And Duke now raising the rate to 38, trying to hold off the Hawkeyes, who are also rating 38. But the story here is the Clemson Tigers with an open water advantage on the rest of the field, cruising to victory on their home water here. And it's going to be a decent time into a slight headwind. Unofficially 6 minutes 40 seconds for the Clemson Tigers ahead of Duke.